You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
In the basement. We have multiple injured firefighters.
Virginia home explosion overnight, killing one local firefighter, hurting more than a dozen. What we've learned since that catastrophic scene, a live report tonight. And a wild chase, one driver led Maryland police on a sprawling crash spree in Prince George's County. The man now facing several charges. And black excellence in boxing, how dozens of former champs are honored in the district while building summer boxing camp for kids.
And the snow is long gone, but the cold and the chill is here to stick around through the weekend, as well as the wind. We'll talk about wind chills tonight and what to expect for your Sunday afternoon's highs, all coming up.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 this Saturday evening. I'm Ben Dennis. New tonight in Maryland, police in Prince George's County say that they have found a woman dead while conducting a welfare check just this morning. That investigation now for a homicide. Officials responded to St. James Court in Acca Creek around 9:30 this morning. That's when officers arrived. They found a woman inside a home suffering from trauma. She later died there. Police don't believe this is a random crime. They say that there is no ongoing threat to the community as they investigate. In the district, police say that they've arrested a man in connection to a fatal shooting, but it happened back in October. Police responded to reports of shots fired at McPherson Square. It's there they found 56-year-old Leo Coulter, who died there. Police are charging 41-year-old Marcus Johnson of D.C. with first-degree murder while armed. And the morning continues tonight for a firefighter who killed in last night's house explosion in Loudoun County, Virginia. After they found a leaking underground propane tank found there, they're still investigating the exact cause of it. 45-year-old Trevor Brown, a member of the Sterling Volunteer Fire Company, died last night. 13 other people hurt in that explosion. The blast happened along Silver Ridge Road. That's where we find DC News Now's Dave Laval with the latest information. Dave, a rubble-filled home foundation behind you.
Well, good evening to you, Ben. Right now, roads around Seneca Ridge Road are closed because of, let me step out of the way and show you the reason why as you take a look at the debris from Friday night's explosion, as investigators are still trying to find out what caused the blast that claimed the life of a firefighter. The flag has been lowered outside Sterling Cascades Fire Station 18 and 25, where Trevor Brown served as a volunteer firefighter since 2016. Brown and other firefighters were inside the house about an hour earlier when the explosion happened just before 8:30 Friday night. They had found a 500-gallon underground propane tank leaking. Investigators believe that triggered the blast that killed Brown and injured 13 others, mostly fellow firefighters. Loudoun County Fire Chief Ken Johnson calls this, and understandably so, a very difficult time for everyone.
In a sense, we lost a family member. We lost one of our own. It's a system. Doesn't matter, it's career or volunteer. We lost a family member. And quite frankly, it's like losing one of our own.
Two people inside the house escaped serious harm. We've been told 4 rescue personnel remain hospitalized, including an unknown number of them at the Washington Hospital Center burn unit. The explosion also damaged about half a dozen surrounding homes. Some of them have been deemed unsafe for anyone to be in at this time. Coming up on our later newscast, what neighbors have to say as they get a look at the devastation one day later. We are live in Sterling. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Developing story, Dave. We are looking forward to more of your reporting later. Turning now to your weather now. It is 6:04. Look outside right now. It's got some snow across the DMV, but we didn't see any right here in Northwest DC.
Yeah, well, we did see a little bit of light snow around the Beltway. We'll get into some snow amounts here in just a little bit. But we have partly cloudy skies right now, 36 degrees. It is chilly out there and blustery as well. We have those temperatures dipping down to that freezing mark around 8, 9 o'clock o'clock, and then continuing to fall throughout the 20s into the wee hours of the morning. So a little bit frosty out there. But like I said, there's still a bit of a breeze. Even though the winds will relax somewhat tonight, we'll have wind chills down around that teen region after the midnight hour here in the district. And thankfully, well, like I said, the snow is gone, but it's been on and off snow up around the Great Lakes. This is up towards the Utica, Syracuse, Rochester vicinity, closer to Rochester there. I've been watching that closely because I want to see some snow squalls up in that region. But of course, live air didn't have it this time, but maybe we'll have a snow squall coming through, and we'll show that if it does. Clear and cold tonight, still breezy on Sunday. Temperatures moderate slowly, and showers return late week. We'll bring back some rain to the region coming up in just a bit.
Undercover, thank you, Scott. Hall of Fame basketball coach Lefty Driesell has died. That's according to former Maryland Terps coach family. Driesell won over 780 games across his entire 5-decade career at the University of Maryland, Davidson, James Madison, and Georgia State. Well, Lefty Driesell was 92 years old. Our Brandy Flores will join us more on his legacy later in the show. And in Maryland, police have identified 27-year-old Flavio Lanuza as the man who was arrested after police say he stole a Department of Transportation tow truck and led officers on a wild chase. The high-speed pursuit stretched from Prince George's County to Montgomery County and left a path of destruction along the way. That pursuit started sometime after 5 p.m. last night in College Park, where 95 and 495 intersect. Police say they responded to a hit and run where a Ford Ranger had left the scene. The Ranger later crashed at a park and ride. An MDOT operator drove to check on that driver. That's when officials say Lanuza jumped into the truck and stole it. Police say he then smashed into multiple cars, ran red lights, drove on the wrong side of the highway, and dipped through the woods. That chase finally came to an end just before 6:30 when police cornered the driver in Silver Spring.
So when I saw it, I was just dumbfounded because, like I said, it's not common here. It's weird. It usually happens like in Florida, so you don't really see this.
We talked to a victim in this chase who said that the suspect sideswiped her car while trying to get away.
Me and my brother were shaking, it was scary. I thought he was going to die because he on that side, you know. We head straight to him. Oh my God.
Scary moments indeed. That victim says that everything happened so fast. She adds her mirror, tires, and side of her car, you could see, also sustaining a lot of damage. Staying in Maryland, the Montgomery County Council is looking to add more security cameras to county parking garages later this year. The council submitted a proposal that calls for the county to spend $4.8 million. It would increase the number of cameras in 22 Bethesda, Wheaton, and Silver Spring garages. Council Vice President Kate Stewart says this would allow Montgomery County Police to install cameras in the stairwells of the garages, which she says is meant as a precaution to keep people safe.
One of the things that came to our attention over a year ago when we did have, unfortunately, the murder of a resident in one of our garages here in downtown Silver Spring is that we did not have any cameras in our stairwells. So unfortunately, that left the amount of information that the police department had to do their investigation limited.
And that proposal will be discussed next week. DC News Now is continuing to honor Black history all month. Right now, there's a push to help Black students feel seen and heard at a Hagerstown High School. It started several years ago and is now taking on a life of its own. Our Skylar Salas highlights the club lifting up a generation of scholars.
North Hagerstown High School is known for its diversity of students, but how much would it surprise you to know out of all the different cultures, there wasn't an organization made for Black students until some students made it their mission to create one.
I wanted to create BSU is because we were kind of the only Black students in higher classes, whether it was AP or IB, and we felt like very singled out in our classes.
Sheriff and a few of her classmates created the school's first Black student union back in 2019. For them, the club would be a way for students to share similar experiences inside and outside of school. But in its early stages, it did have some pushback.
We noticed that there was a lot of pushback from people who were not Black, and it was kind of very hurtful because all we were doing was trying to create a space that was celebrating and uplifting Black voices, especially in spaces where our voices weren't being heard, our concerns weren't being met, and we couldn't fully be ourselves.
But through all the pushback for the establishment of the club, students were able to create the club.
It just means that now the next generation of students have a place that they can be themselves and they can talk about the issues that they're facing and not feel like they have to make themselves smaller to fit in because they don't have anywhere to go or have anyone to talk to about the unique experiences that they are facing being students here.
Now, years later, from the club's creation, the Black Student Union is still thriving with a new generation of leaders dedicated to carrying on the legacy of the founding members.
I feel very honored to be passed down this role.
Currently, the Black Student Union is carrying the legacy left by their founders while also making it their own.
First meeting, they told me, this is what we want to do, Ms. McCoy. This is how we're going to do it.
For me, the most attractive thing about BSU was the discussion that we held and how intellectual but also insightful in how different people think. And so what I'm trying to do is trying to find a way to make the discussion a little bit more engaging, have it more interactive with the members and the opinions of the entire group.
Whenever you come in, everybody's always asking, like, what's your name? You feel like it's a family, and that's something I wanted to ensure that we could have this year as well.
According to regular members of the club, the way they have steered the club has had a positive effect on members.
I feel like it's really opened my mind to wanting to learn new things about different cultures and different people's backgrounds. It's really just made me more open-minded.
Growing up in elementary school when I moved here back in 2016, people would make fun of me about my certain features, how my nose is a little more bigger than the average nose, my lips are a little bigger, just little things that made me insecure about being Black, and then I hated being Black. But ever since I joined BSU, the more I was able to feel comfortable in my own skin.
Reporting in Hagerstown, Maryland, Skylar Salas for DC News Now.
Thanks to Skylar. A heads up for Metro riders. Metro is making some travel changes during the President's Day weekend. All lines except for the Red Line will run on a weekend schedule. Red Line trains will be single tracking from Van Ness and Friendship Heights. Trains will also run every 18 minutes between Glenmont and Shady Grove, and every 9 minutes where service patterns overlap between Glenmont and DuPont Circle. Metro buses will run on a Saturday schedule.